Thank you, everyone, for coming out tonight. Can you hear me okay? All right, good. Just the fact that you showed up tonight, I greatly appreciate. Thank you very much for taking the time. I thank David Bostic and Greg Lane for allowing us to utilize this space here tonight. It's nice to have a space to talk about our business and what we're planning on doing. I appreciate Alan Dressler being here tonight. Thank you for what you've said, and also for all the work that you and your group has done. This is, just to be clear, this is not a 410 on Main project. Mountain Rush is not a 410 on Main project. Mountain Rush is not a City of Covington project as far as a government project goes. This is a private project, but the whole community is needed, and the work with the city and the county has been fantastic, and it has allowed us to be able to get to this point, and we're really excited about what's going to happen next. As Terry said, been very instrumental. She's been very instrumental. She was my cheerleader even back when she worked with the county, and now with the city, it's been fantastic. I thank everyone. The over 600 people have liked our Facebook for Mountain Rush. I mean, just a little over a week. And the excitement has been fantastic. Even trying to get out of the dentist office today was fun, just because the workers are like, we can't wait to take care of our kids. And that kind of thing just encourages me to put in another day's work of this, to track down another contractor, to work on things to make this happen. So thank you for coming out tonight to see what's going on here. And first thing I'm going to do is just go over tonight's agenda briefly with you, because I want you to see, first of all, why we're having this meeting, who specifically we are involved in it, why we're building Mountain Rush, what exactly is Mountain Rush, where are we at in the process, next steps that we're going to do, and then, Lord willing, at the end, do a question and answer time. So please hold your question until then, but do make note of your questions, because I look forward to answering them. Because first, I want to cover the first one. Why are we having this meeting? Why don't businesses just open up? Well, sometimes they can. But the first reason is to try and get ahead of the gossip and half-baked conspiracies. I like to be able to talk to people. I want to give an opportunity for you to ask questions to me and to let you know what's going on. This is a big project that I believe is going to be extremely beneficial for everyone here and for our future generations. And so I want you to know what's going on as much as I can. And if I want your involvement and support and encouragement, then probably need to let you know what's going on. But even after this, I hope you took one of the flyers that my daughter was handing out at the door there, because my contact information is there. If you think of a question later or a suggestion later, please let me know. I look forward to that. I want to help the local community and individuals understand why we need a Mountain Rush. Why it's not just, something for the kids to do. There's actually another step, and I believe Alan Dressler already got to that point a little bit there. The other reason is because this is no ordinary business. We are not opening a restaurant. We are not opening a retail shop to sell some clothing or something like that. Those take a lot of work as well. But something like this takes even more work. And so it's not ordinary, and so I want people to know what's going on. Also, I want you to get excited about it. I want the community to be excited like people have been just in the last week. I believe it's going to go a long ways, not only for us to be encouraged in our work, but also so that when we open the doors, Lord willing, in January of next year, we're going to just have the business, not just from here, but from all over. And I'm going to share in a moment why that's so important. Lastly, the other reason is to find collaborators. I am a collaborator. I like working with other businesses as much as possible. And I believe this is a good opportunity for other local business owners, contractors, retail shops, etc., to be able to know what we're doing, and so you can think about how we can work together. And I believe that tonight's meeting will attract more collaborators, and together, Mountain Rush is about elevating all of our local businesses in a fantastic way. So next, who we are. So the Mountain Rush team, first of all, me, Richard Mansell. I'm the assistant pastor at Calvary Baptist Church. Here in Covington, I work with the youth group, lead choir, drive the bus, and it's the reason why I moved to Covington in the first place, was to work at Calvary Baptist Church. I've also worked many local jobs. Painted in Bath County for a contractor. I've worked as a cook and manager at Hardee's in Clifton Forge for a number of years. And so I've worked a number of jobs in this area. Currently, I'm the CEO of Evo Limited. If you don't know what that is, that's an electronic hardware research and development company that we operate out of Covington. We produce electronic devices for drones, for autonomous buses. We are currently working on agricultural drones. And last year, we even sent some hardware to space on a SpaceX rocket. And so that's in orbit right now, which is pretty exciting. We also have the privilege of having high school interns come and work with us, paid local employees. I'm part of this local CTE board with the school system. In fact, last week I spent 2 days at the middle school encouraging kids to be involved with technology and STEM-related jobs. I also have the privilege of being on the executive committee for the Greater Roanoke Workforce Development Board, and have been with them for a number of years working at encouraging more jobs in this area. Then also have the privilege of working with Austin Cole. Austin Cole is my brother-in-law, but also a very capable young man. He is not here tonight due to work obligations, but he grew up as the son of R.C. Cole for Cole Rides, and so he has this background. Grew up here in Allegheny County, a part of the city of Covington. His family has been, but he grew up in the carnival. He understands the entertainment industry. He understands what it's like to maintain attractions and rides. He understands what it's like to move out the shift, make sure people get breaks, make sure people are taken care of, logistics, and I appreciate that. After graduating from JMU with a bachelor's degree, he came back to Covington. He's worked at Rivermont School. He's worked at the Boys Home. He's fantastic with young people. I'm really excited to have him as the general manager for Mountain Rush. Question then is, why Mountain Rush? It really comes down to this. Covington and Allegheny County is our home. This is my family's home. This is precious to us. It is what my girls know. It's what my wife and I have come to love. And my heart's desire and prayer to God is that this place will thrive spiritually as well as physically and financially. And so I want to be a part of that. And we want this to be a place where our children want to make their homes as well and rear their families, just as Alan Dressler pointed out. I too, working with the youth group, have heard a lot of times, can't wait to get out of Covington. Big jobs are elsewhere, is what they think. And nothing exciting in this area. And a number of young people just a couple weeks ago told me that if it wasn't for the fact that their family lives here, they would have moved out a long time ago. Some of the 20-year-olds have said that. And I'm glad that family means that much to them, that they would stay. That's fantastic. We need to continue to encourage that, and they want to have their families to stay here. But a lot of times they're thinking, well, there's higher paying jobs out there, lack of entertainment, there's the local small town gossip and stuff. And once they get out, they'll find out that happens everywhere. That happens so many places. But there's a lot of good here. There's a lot of good business owners here. Just in the last few years, I'm excited for the people in Covington who have worked for decades to make this place a good community. I appreciate the people who have come on board in the last 5 years to try and make this a good place. I appreciate the people in the last year who have come on board to try and make. I appreciate the city, the county, not only the city of Covington, but also Clifton Forge, etc., wanting to elevate this place and make it a better place. Mountain Rush is not a franchise. It is not an outside company coming in and trying to make a foothold in this area. This is a locally grown company run by local people, hiring local people for the physical, spiritual, emotional, mental, and financial success of this area. That's why we're starting Mountain Rush. We realize that local families need an indoor recreation and entertainment space. I know this because we need it. My family. We do have a lot of incredible outdoor recreation facilities. It's one of the things we love about this area. Whether it's down there at Jackson River Sports Complex, just this week we have walked the trail down there several times. It's been great weather. It's been nice to be down there. Was at a soccer game Tuesday night, which was fantastic. We have the soccer games. We have all the trails and parks. Thanks to our city's Parks and Recs department, we really do have better parks and recreation facilities than many cities. Really many cities that are even larger than this. I know because I've lived in other cities. I've lived in small towns. I've lived in big cities. And this place does not compare to the others. And I say that to our city's credit and the workers. And I appreciate those who are doing those things. We do have some indoor offerings. And I appreciate the business owners and the people that work on that. Such as the bowling alley and the movie theater. And the various sporting events that we have, such as basketball, volleyball, and I know I'm going to be leaving out some companies. I apologize. There's a lot of people and companies I like to give credit to. I will leave them out, not because I don't care about them, it's just because I'm forgetful, and I apologize. But I hope you insert in your mind all these other people that are doing things. I do want to make special mention of Celebration Depot. Michelle Nicely and I were in the gauntlet together. I saw what she went through to be able to start her place, and I think it's fantastic. We've taken our kids there for birthday parties, for church events, and one of the reasons I bring this up is because I think it's a good point, a good time to note the collaboration. The two of us have started talking about how can we collaborate on this, because Mountain Rush is also going to have party rooms. It also is going to cater to birthday parties. And I want us to be an encouragement and help Celebration Depot, and Celebration Depot help us. And so we're starting to work on ways that we can mutually be beneficial. And that's the kind of spirit I want Mountain Rush to be in this area. And that we can grow together. The other thing I want to point out is the community needs tourism dollars. Most of our tourism activities are free, which is really nice. You come to this area and you can enjoy the outdoors, you can enjoy the kayaking, you can enjoy the parks, and it's free, but it does not put any money into our local government. Now there are a few exceptions, such as Allegheny Outfitters. Appreciate what Matt and the others are doing, the things there. That's a way. That's a for-pay activity. And those things are needed because we do enjoy the free services, but we all know it's not actually free. Right? It's our tax dollars at work. And that's why we appreciate them taking good care of those tax dollars and putting it in a way that we can enjoy them. Right? But we also need to understand that we need some for-profit tourism. And if we have for-profit tourism, then those are businesses that are bringing in individuals from outside this area and generating tax revenue for this area. And this is a very, very important point to bring up, because some people are like, well, I think just the city of Covington should buy the Kroger building, which, by the way, the city of Covington doesn't own it. There's another company that owns it. You can't buy it. We've been negotiating for a while on that until we were able to reach our current agreement. So, but what if, let's just do a quick what if, the city of Covington or the county did buy and set up a place like that? Well, that wouldn't actually bring tax revenue to our community. We'd have people from outside coming and enjoying the place, but it wouldn't be as much financial benefit to our area as if it was a for-profit business. Everyone with me so far? There will be a quiz at the end. I have forms. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But this was brought up specifically by K.W. Poor when they did a research paper for the Allegheny Foundation. And it's a little older it was done a number of years ago, back in 2006, but one of the things that they noted in that, and you can see it, it's online, go to the Allegheny Foundation, you can find us. A lot of things that were said, and one of the things they said was we need for-pay tourism in this area. And they pointed this out. These are two of their graphs. Tourism expenditures by the dollar in the area. And I know it's hard to read these things, but the blue over here is Allegheny County, and this little yellow is Covington. And this is Bath County, and this is Greenbrier County. You can probably guess why they get a lot of money spent in those areas. And you know, I'm not against them getting that money. I think that's fantastic. I would just like to see ours be a part of that too, and going up. And then down here is a similar graph, but these are payroll, how much people get paid in the tourism industry in our area. And again, this is blue Allegheny over here, and this is Covington. That's how much people are getting in payroll. So if we get for-pay tourism here, we're going to draw in outside dollars for us, not only for our tax revenue to support our local community and these great parks and outdoor recreation stuff, but also will provide payroll for employment, not only directly at Mountain Rush, but as we have more people coming into town for Mountain Rush, that means that the local restaurants and the retail stores and hotels will have to get more people as well. And that should increase all across the board. Now, naturally, these graphs have changed since then, but I think the overall proportion is pretty much the same. And I'm happy to have anyone give me some updated graphs in that way, but I appreciate you allowing me to take the time to share that detail, because this is part of the background information I want you to get very clearly, because this is part of the exciting part of Mountain Rush. Mountain Rush is part of why Mountain Rush is going to exist, is to help change this for our community. And I believe that it can help tourism flow into our region, and Covington, Allegheny County, Clifton Forge can swim more in that pool of resources as they come into our area. So that does bring up another point. Mountain Rush cannot be small. Okay? I know many people, including some people in this room, have thought before about starting opening a roller skating rink in this area. I know I'm not the first one. This is not unique to me. Other people have thought about trampoline parks, have thought about other things to do here, laser tag, arcades, etc. But I think what a number of them have figured out, and maybe a lot of people don't realize, is when you start crunching the numbers, the city of Covington does not have the population to support it. And we would really like to have it, but in order to support it, we'd probably have to raise the prices so much that it wouldn't be appropriate. I would like to keep the pricing at the same price or lower than any other place that we can go to. We're not a really rich community, and I want everyone to be able to enjoy it as much as possible. So we can't make it too small. So a local family entertainment center actually needs to be it has to be bigger. It has to be more ambitious in order for it to make financial sense. And the exciting thing is that we do have the space and we do have the capabilities to make it bigger. How much bigger does it need to be? All right, here's a graph of a picture of our area. This here's Covington. Here's Harrisonburg, Roanoke, Lynchburg, Charleston, Beckley, to give you an idea, all right? So outside of this rectangle is the closest of any of the attractions that we're going to have in our place. That's how far you have to travel.